guys today. We're going to use balls, weights. I have a set of 5 pounds, so feel free to go anywhere from 2 to 5, and then some circle bands or resistance bands. You can put your jump boards on, and then once you guys get your jump boards on, we're going to start with the middle red spring, and we'll just start lying all the way down onto our mats. Once we lie down, let's just start with the feet wherever they feel comfortable, so they can either be on the jump board, they can be over the jump board, they can be pressing you out. Again, just whatever feels best in your bodies today. And we're just going to come right into our neutral spine, so we have that nice little space in between the low back and the mat. Let's just start with a breathing exercise to begin. We're going to take a deep inhale, and on our inhale, we're just going to feel our ribs expanding out to the sides of the room and into the mat underneath us. And then on our exhale, just letting our ribs naturally fall back together. And again, just deep inhale, feeling ourselves expanding. And then deep exhale as we let the ribs draw back together. Now think as we inhale and as we exhale, we're creating a deeper imprint of our bodies down into the mat. And then just finding the center line of our bodies and noticing if anything is off from that center line. So starting at your feet, notice if you have a little more weight into one foot than the other. Is your pelvis evenly weighted? Do you have a little elevation into one hip over the other? Are you holding your neutral spine? Notice if your shoulder blades are evenly weighted. And then notice if your head kind of nods from the right side to the left. Just making those small little corrections as you breathe. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we'll just do a couple more deep breaths. And then one more deep inhale. And one more deep exhale. Then we'll take another inhale in our neutral spine. On our exhale, let's go ahead and roll ourselves into our 12 o'clock position. So just flattening the low backs down into the mat. And then on an inhale, just rolling into our 6, finding that nice little arc. And again, exhaling as we roll into the 12. And then inhaling as we come right back into our 6. And we'll just continue to go back and forth from our 12 to our 6. Just thinking about warming up your low back as you rock it back and forth. And then let's just do one more 12, one more 6. And then from our 6, we'll come back into our neutral spine. Reach behind you. Just grab a hold of your straps into your hands. We're going to start with those short loops. Arms are going to reach nice and long up to the ceiling. Again, we're right back into our neutral. Knees are just going to drop into a tabletop position. And then on an exhale, let's press and curl ourselves up into our abdominal curls to begin. And then on our inhale, return right back down with control. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest and curl up from the bra line. And then inhale as we return back down. Feel that rectus abdominis, so the superficial abdominal muscles working to bring us up. And then just returning back down with control. Trying to hold that neutral spine the entire time. So making sure that our sacrum stays heavy and we're not flattening our low backs down into the mat as we curl ourselves up. Let's do a couple more. Exhale on the curl. Inhale as we return. And then last one, exhale, press, curl. And then inhale as we return back down. Now once we return, let's come back up into our abdominal curl. So exhale, press, curl, hold ourselves up here. Inhale, reach your right leg out over your jump board. And then exhale, pull the right knee back in. Inhale, reach the left leg out. And then exhaling as you come back in. Inhale away. And then exhale back. So feeling our obliques now working on that single leg extension. Inhale out. Exhale in. Holding that neutral spine. Again, feel that rectus abdominis holding you up in that curl. Let's do 2, 1, and then return. Now hold here. Inhale, reach both legs out. Exhale, pull both knees back in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale out. Exhale back. Think on your exhale, you guys are drawing your abdominals into your spines to pull your knees in, but holding that neutral spine as you come in. Let's do 2, 1, and then arms can go up, head can go down. Just relax the feet right back down. Feel free to give the knees a little bit of a sway from side to side if that feels good. And then we'll just keep our arms nice and long up to the ceiling. Knees will draw right back up into our tabletop position. On our exhale, press, curl right back up into that abdominal curl, hold. Extend both legs straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower the right leg down to the jump board. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, lift, lower, and lift. Again, feeling those obliques working as you lower and you lift. Keep that nice curl from the bra line. Think reach through your fingertips a little more. Lower, lift. We'll do one more on the left. Pause at the top. Inhale, lower both legs down. Exhale, lift both legs back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, think draw your core into your back to lift the legs. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, arms up, head down, and then again, just relax those feet. Same thing. Feel free to give the knees a little bit of a sway from side to side. Keep your arms just nice and long. Coming back into our neutral spine if we came out of it. Knees will just draw right back up into a tabletop position. And then let's just go into some arm circles. So on an exhale, we'll press the arms straight down to the mat. Inhale as we open them out to the sides of the circle, then round and back up. Exhale, press. Inhale as we open and circle. Down, around, and up. Let's do 2. Last full circle. Then we'll bring it all the way back down to the hips. Pause at the hips. Reverse from there. Go up to the shoulders. Out to the T. Exhale, press it to the hips. Inhale up. Open. Exhaling as you press. Just making sure when you open the arms, they don't go past that T or past your shoulders. Last one. Come all the way back up. Relax the feet. Hanging your straps back up onto the pegs. And we're going to start jumping. So I like head rests up for jumps just because it helps to keep my low back down. No neutral spine, so our backs are going to be completely flat down into the mat. We're going to start with the feet parallel, and we're just going to begin with some ab curls. So we're going to curl ourselves up into an abdominal curl, either hands at your sides or behind your heads. We're going to keep the right foot on the jump board. Left knee's going to be on tabletop, and we're going to do 10 jumps on our right leg. Exhale out, inhale back. Think as we exhale and we press, we're drawing our abdominals in towards our backs. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to switch. Left foot on, right knee up into tabletop. Exhale out, inhale back. Good. Think landing toe ball heel. And then keeping that low back down, drawing your core into your spine as you jump out. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and just relax yourselves right back down. At any point, if that neck becomes an issue, you can always take the hands behind the head. So both feet will stay on the jump board this time. Again, curling back up into your abdominal curl, whatever feels best for you. Hands either at your sides or behind your heads. This time on our exhale, both legs are going to jump out. Both legs back. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 2 and 1, and then again, relax all the way back down. We're going to go back into that single leg work, but we're going to alternate this time. So right foot stays on, left knee up into tabletop, curl up. This time when you jump out, we're going to land on the left and draw right knee up. So exhale, jump, and switch feet. Exhale, jump, and switch. Good. Think about drawing your abdominals in. We have 4, 3, 2, and then last one. And relax. All right, feel free. Give those knees a little bit of sway. Pelvic clock. We're going to keep going. This time, we're going to go straight legs. So right foot stays on, left leg straight up to the ceiling. And we're going to do 10 jumps with our right leg, and then we'll do 10 with the left. So curl up, Exhale, jump out. Inhale back again. Try to keep that low back down into the mat as we jump away. Draw your abdominals in. We have 5, 4, 3. Feel free to take the hands behind the head. And then we're going to go ahead and switch. Left foot on, right leg up. Exhale out. Inhale back. Good. Coming all the way back down. Feel free to sway the knees. You can stretch them. We're going to do right foot on, left leg straight up, and this time we're just going to alternate our legs jumping out for 10. So again, curl up, exhale, jump and switch. Jump and switch. Last one, and then again, relax ourselves back down. For these next set of jumps, everyone's going to take their hands behind their head. Let their elbows just open out nice and wide. Again, low back should be flat. We're going to move into our crisscross. So we're going to curl up into an abdominal curl. From here, when we jump out, we're going to twist and rotate to the right. We're going to land center, then we're going to jump, twist, rotate left, land center. We'll do 10 total. So on our exhale, jump out, rotate right, land center, left and center. Think opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Just make sure that you're not cranking into your neck, keeping the neck right in line with that spine. We have 2 and 1, and then come back down. Then again, keep the hands behind the head, and we'll do the same thing, but with straight legs this time. So, start with your left foot on the jump board, right foot straight up to the ceiling. When we jump, we're going to rotate left, and then we're going to land back with the right, left leg up, jump, rotate left. So, right leg up, left foot on, jump, rotate right, and switch. And switch. Good. Two more, and then last one. Come center, and then land all the way back down. All right, we'll sit ourselves up. Once we come up, let's add on a yellow spring for a little more tension. If you want to stay light with the red, you can always stay on that red spring. We'll lie ourselves back down, and then once we lie down, we're going to start into our Pilates stance. So heels are together, toes are turned apart. Low backs are going to be flat down into the mat. We're going to do 10 jumps in our Pilates stance. Heads are going to stay down. Exhale out, inhale back. Again, think on our exhale, drawing our abdominals into our backs to keep the low back flat into the mat. We have 5, 2, 1, and then all the way back in. Then once we come back in, stay in your external rotation. Toes are going to come wide out to the side, so we're right into our wide second position. And we're going to do 10 jumps in our wide second. So exhale out, inhale back. Then once we come back in, hold, bring the feet parallel with each other, and we'll do 10 jumps parallel. So exhale away, inhale back. Think jumping out from the same spot every time we go out. So straight out, straight in. Reach for the toes. Two, last one, all the way back in, and then we're going to keep our feet parallel. We're going to move into jumping jacks. So we're going to jump, we're going to kick our legs out to a split, bring them together, and then land. So we go jump, kick, together, land. 10 jumping jacks. Last one, all the way back in, and then we'll go into our cross-country skis. So right foot's gonna start to the top, left foot to the bottom of the jump board. When we jump, we're gonna switch, left foot top, right foot bottom, jump and switch. Just make sure that both feet are pressing out and then both feet are landing back in. So when we're ready, exhale, jump, switch, left top, right bottom, jump and switch. Last one, and then again, right back in. Then we'll bring our feet parallel. Bring them to the right side of the jump board. It's all right if our hip kind of moves around for this. When we jump, we're gonna jump and land to the left, jump and then land to the right. For our downhill skis, we're gonna do 10. Ready, exhale, jump, land left, jump, land right. Last one, and then all the way back center. All right, we're gonna go back through that same series all the way through. If you do not like that extra yellow spring, feel free to take it off and go lighter. If you want that extra yellow spring on, you can add it. If you would like to go even heavier, feel free to swap out your yellow for a blue. We're gonna start right back into our Pilates stance. Again, low backs are gonna be flat. We're gonna do 10 jumps in our Pilates stance. So ready? We can go. Then we have wide second after this and switch. 10 in our wide second. And then we have parallel for 10 after this one. Parallel jumps for 10, 9, 'Then we have our jumping jacks after this next one. So we can jump, kick, together, land. Then we have our cross-country skis. Right after this next one, right foot top, left foot bottom, jump and switch. After this next one, we're gonna go into our downhill skis, right foot to the left and right. Alternating right and left. Last one, and then all the way back in. All right, we'll sit ourselves up. Once we come up, I'm gonna take my yellow spring off, so now I'm just back onto that red. Grab your balls, and then we'll lie ourselves down with our balls. All right, once we lie down, balls are just gonna go right in between the knees. Low backs, again, should just be flat down into the mat. Feet are parallel, and we're just gonna do 10 jumps. I want you guys to give that ball a nice squeeze and hold that squeeze while we are jumping. So in an exhale, press out, hold the squeeze, inhale, land. It's gonna feel a little lighter than before. Two more. last one. Good. Bring the ball in between your ankles. And then again, little squeeze. We'll do 10 jumps. Exhale away. Inhale, land. Last one. All right. Then take the ball into the hands. Keep your feet parallel on the jump board. We're going to jump, toss the ball, catch it before we land. We'll do 10 of these. Might have to find that little sweet spot where you can toss it and catch it. Last one. All right, then once we come back in, we're going to keep the ball in the hands. We're going to curl up into an abdominal curl. When we jump away, we're going to take the ball from the hands, place it in between the ankles, and we're going to go ankles and hands. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with that, keep the ball in your hands, jump out, just lift and lower the legs for 10, okay? So, balls in hands, curl yourselves up, 10 total, jump, hands, ankles, ankles, hands. Last one. All right, now keep that ball in your hands. Keep your feet on your jump board. Come into your Pilates stance. Press your carriages out. I'm going to have my feet right about on the center of the jump board. Ball is going to go right by my pelvis. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. We're going to roll our spines up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the ball to the toes. Inhale. And then exhale, tuck the pelvis. Roll yourselves back down one vertebrae at a time. Now, most likely you will have to scoot yourselves right back into your shoulder blocks. Scoot in and out. Nod the chin to the chest. Exhale as you come up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, tuck. Roll it all the way back down. Inhale. Exhale, nod and curl. Scoop into your abdominals to lift. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, last one. Exhale to come up. Hold yourselves up here. Take the ball behind your back. Bend your knees. Bring the hands to the front of the carriage. Stay in your Pilates stance. We're going to do jumps here. As big or as little as you would like to make these jumps. Leaning back on that ball, not relying on it entirely. If you want to challenge your balance a little more, reach your arms out and hold. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go. 4, 3, draw your core in. 2, 1, and then sit yourself off to the side. All right, take that ball. Headrest is going to go all the way down. Ball will go into your headrest. Stay on that red spring. We're going to take your circle bands. They're going to go around your legs, above your knees. We're going to do a little sideline series. If you would like to make this a little heavier, feel free to add on the yellow spring. I'm going to stay on a red. So we'll lie ourselves down onto our right side to start. Head is going to be on the ball. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked on top of each other. And then both feet are going to be on the jump board parallel with each other, just about hip distance away. And we're going to start with both legs jumping us out. So on an exhale, we're going to jump out with both, and then inhale, land. We have 3, 2, and then last one. All right, then once we come back in, keep the top foot on. Bottom leg is going to stay bent, and we'll do 10 jumps with just our top leg. Exhale out, inhale back. Whoops. Feel that glute max working as we jump and land. and then last one. All right, then once we come back in, we're gonna move into an external rotation. So top foot stays on, bottom leg stays relaxed. Rotate your toes and your knee up. We're gonna do 10 external jumps. Right after that, we're gonna do 10 internally rotated jumps, so toes and knees pointed down, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. So come into your external rotation, 10 jumps, exhale out, inhale back. Feel that glute med talking to you. And then we're in our internal rotation. Rotate down, jump out for 10. I'm on my last one here, and then all the way back in. Whew. Feel free, if there's fire, put it out, and we're gonna switch to the other side. Make sure you don't lose your balls. If you do, rabbit, head rest, hips stacked, shoulders are stacked. I always hold on to my shoulder blocks for a little support. Both feet are gonna be on the jump board, and we're just gonna jump out with both legs for 10. So when we're ready, exhale out, inhale, land. Again, think hip distance with the legs. Last one, and in. All right, then once we come back in, top foot is gonna be on, bottom leg's gonna be relaxed. Top foot is gonna be parallel. We're gonna jump out for 10 parallel, then 10 external, and 10 internal, and we're done with our sideline. So when we're ready, we have 30 jumps. So working into our glute max first, then we get into our glute med and our glute min. Then when you guys are ready, 10 external jumps. And then again when you're ready, 10 internal, and then this is our last 10. Ooh, all the way back in. Again, if there's a fire, put it on out. Let's sit ourselves up. And then once we come up, set the balls to the sides, and we're gonna come onto our hands and our knees. So, when we get onto our hands and our knees, stay on that same spring. Your hands can either be on the shoulder blocks or into your headrest. I'm gonna go into my headrest. If your wrists are an issue, or if your back ever starts to feel this, come down onto your forearms, and that'll help with wrists and low back issues. So keep your shoulders over your hands, hips right over your knees. Our right foot is gonna go onto the jump board, and then left knee is gonna stay down. We're gonna do 10 jumps with our right leg. When we jump out, give the leg a little lift up to the ceiling. So when we're ready, exhale, jump, little lift, inhale, land. Feel ourselves stabilizing from our shoulders and our core. Neck in line with the spine. Last one, and then right back in. Then once we come back in, take your left toes on, and we're gonna do 10 jumps with the left. Exhale out, little lift. Inhale, land. Last one, and then right back in. All right, sit ourselves off to the sides. Let's take those bands off. And then once we get our bands off, we're gonna go onto a red and a blue spring. Then we'll go ahead and we'll grab our weights. And you guys can lie yourselves back down once you grab a hold of your weights. Let's, again, just bring our feet into a parallel position. They're gonna stay parallel for these jumps. Arms are gonna reach nice and long up to the ceiling. Find a slight little bend to your elbows. From here, we're gonna open the arms just wide out to the sides of the room, and we're gonna go in for a chest expansion with our parallel jump. So when we jump away, we're gonna bring the weights together, and then when we land, open them back out. We're gonna do 10 of these. So on our exhale, let's jump away, weights together, inhale, land. Exhale out, inhale, back. Again, just trying to keep the low backs down into the mat, and just keeping that slight little bend to the elbows. 2, and then last one. Good. All the way back in, extend the arms straight back up, palms face your feet this time. Bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle, and then we're gonna move into our chest press. So extend the arms up to the ceiling when we jump, bending the elbows back to our 90 as we land. 10 total. Exhale out, inhale, land, out and in. Last one. And then once we come back in, extend the arms straight back up, flip your palms towards each other, bend the elbows at a 90-degree angle. So now the weights are gonna go right to the sides of your head for our skull crushers. When we jump, we'll extend the arms up. When we land, bend the elbows for our skull crushers. Exhale as we jump and extend, inhale, bend. Two more, and then last one. Again, all the way back in. Bring the arms down to our sides now. Palms can either be rotated towards your hips or towards the ceiling. And we're gonna finish off with 10 bicep curls. So when we jump out, we'll curl. When we land, we'll extend for 10. Exhale out, inhale back. Again, our exhales are just trying to keep our low backs down into the mat. 2 more. And then again, all the way back in. We're gonna repeat that all the way through. Again, feet are gonna stay parallel, arms straight up to the ceiling. We'll start with our chest expansion, so open the arms wide. From there, we'll go into 10 chest press, 10 skull crushers, and then 10 bicep curls to finish off. So starting with our chest expansion, exhale out, inhale back. 10 total. Two more, and then last one, chest press. Last one, and then skull crushers. Feel those quads working on that heavier weight. 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls to finish for 10. Two more, and then last one. All right, feel free, stretch the legs. We're gonna bring our carriages in, sit ourselves up, and then we'll just set the weights to the sides for now, and we'll change our springs. We're gonna finish off with a really long jump series, so feel free to stay on the red and the blue if you like to work your legs a little more. I do not. So I'm gonna go red and a yellow just to make it a little easier. If you want to even easier on that, to work your legs the least, just go onto a red spring. We'll lie ourselves down, and weights are gonna be an option for these. I'm gonna grab mine, and then once we lie down, again, low backs are gonna be flat. We're gonna come back into our Pilates stance, and we're gonna do 10 jumps in our Pilates stance. After that 10, we're gonna move into our wide second position for 10. Then we're gonna go back into our Pilates stance for 8, wide second for 8, Pilates stance for 6, wide second for 6, Pilates for 4, wide second for 4, Pilates for 2, wide second for 2, and then that's it. So we'll go 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 in our Pilates stance and in our wide second. And then the rest of the jumps is kind of up to you. So if you want to do any of the weight variations, you can. If you want to do any ab curls, you can. If you want to do weights and ab curls, feel free. It is just completely up to you. If you just want to jump, no weights, no ab curls, you guys can just jump. I'm going to start with my weights. And then again, starting in our Pilates stance, we have 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, Pilates and wide second. So when we're ready, exhale away, inhale back. And then wide second for 10. Again, just trying to keep those low backs down into the mat, drawing our core in. And then we're back into Pilates for 8. Again, whatever your variation you would like to do. I just got my strap caught. Good. And then you guys are on your wide second for 8. And then when you guys are ready, Pilates for 6. Wide second for 6. And then 4. And then last set of 2. All right, and then once you finish that series, again, just bring your carriages all the way back in. Feel free, stretch your legs out. Take a quick little drink if you need to. I'm gonna set my weights to the sides for these because I'm gonna move into my abs. Feel free to keep your weights or not. It is up to you. Our next set of 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 jumps will be our parallel and our jumping jacks. So we're jumping, kicking the legs out, bring them together, and then landing. So parallel jumping jacks, again, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Ab curls, weights, ab curls and weights. Just jumping, again, is completely up to you guys. When you're ready, 10 jumps in your parallel. Jumping jacks. And again, you guys are on 8, 6, 4, 2. I'm on my last set of 2. Whew. Feel free, again, stretch the legs, take a drink of water. We have one more set of our 10-8-6-4-2. It's going to be our cross-country skis and our downhill skis. So remember, cross-country, right foot starts at the top, left foot starts at the bottom. When you jump, left foot top, right foot bottom, just making sure that both feet jump and then both feet land. And then downhill skis, right feet starting to the right, and then jumping left, right, and then left. So again, weights, ab curls, completely up to you. Starting into your cross-country skis. Again, we have 10-8-6-4-2. When you guys are ready, you can start. I'm on 8s. And I'm on 6. Almost there. It should burn. All right, again, stretch the legs. If you have your weights, set them to the side. Sit yourselves up. We're gonna go into 2 outside red springs, just to finish off with some feet and straps. If you do need it lighter, feel free to go onto a red and a blue, and then we'll lie ourselves right down onto our mats. Once we get down, reach back, take your straps into your hands. And then once you guys get a hold of your straps, long loops are gonna go onto your feet. All right, once you guys get your straps onto your feet, legs can go long. Feel free, let the low backs go down. Just pull onto the straps, stretch out. You can open the legs wide if that feels good. You can come into more of a happy baby if that feels good. And then we're just gonna finish off with leg circles. So legs are gonna go right back up to the ceiling, just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. Feet are parallel with each other. And then on an exhale, let's just lower the legs down to the springs. Inhale as we open them out to the sides to circle the legs around and back up. Exhaling as we lower. Inhale to circle around and back up. Think sacrum stays nice and heavy, pelvis stays still, and then that movement really just comes right from the head of the femur in that hip socket to circle those legs around. I like to imagine that you're in some dry clay and everything just stays nice and heavy in that clay. Let's do one more. Then once we come back up, we'll reverse. Again, holding that neutral spine. do 3, 2, and then last one. And then once we come back up, we'll pause. We'll take the straps off of the feet, hang them up, and then let's sit ourselves to the left side of our reformers. Once we sit to the left, let's go ahead, we'll take that right red spring off, keep your left red one on, stand just to the side of your reformer, take your right foot back to the shoulder block closest to you, right knee down, left foot on the floor, and then we're just gonna press out with our right knee first for a lunge, press the left leg out, hold, think shoulders down, collarbones wide, and then just trying to stretch out the front of the right leg, maybe into the back of the left. And then we'll bring our carriages right back in. Then once we come back in, change to the right red spring, take your left red one off, walk around to the other side, and then same thing, left foot back, right foot on the floor, both hands on your jump board, left leg is gonna press, right leg is gonna press, hold again, shoulders down, collarbones wide, just trying to stretch out the front of the left, back of the right, then bring your carriages all the way back in. Once you guys come back in, you're all done for your day. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to ring those notification bells.